yo. I'm on a bit late today, and the reason is I couldn't sleep tonight, so I actually finished the first iteration of the new web page. Of course, ChatGPT helping with the HTML code, because I can't be bothered to learn the code HTML just to make this website. I also used Kit for a mailing list, which is hopefully they will keep it free up to 10,000 subscribers, but I'll have to wait and see how that actually works, because it was a bit obscure if they would let me have it free after 14 days or not. Yes. I'm quite happy with this page, and at the same time, yesterday evening my Steam page got approved, so I shipped it. If you can find it, I guess we'll have to search for it. There it is. Awesome. Wonder if there is somewhere I can link that on Twitch, maybe. I am where I'm viewing it in beta mode though. There we go. This is the official page. Alright, so what should we be doing today? It's a good question. The thing is, could work more on the drill, especially in terms of how the tornado evolves as we level up the drill. But then there's also like having an actual effect on the jetpack. Could probably partly reuse the tornado and stuff for an effect for the enemies drill. Well, if the enemies are going to end up using the drill, of course. And another route we could take is make more content for the game, such as event rooms and things like that. Let's have a look at our OneNote. Sparks question mark, drill VFX. So this is what we have been working on. I kind of feel like if I move away from the drill VFX right now, it is a lot because I want to do something else, and not because it's done. Let's just jump into the drill here and see if we can make a few changes. Let's have a look at level 1 and level 2 like this. This is level 1. Then once we upgrade it here, there's a clear difference. Could maybe make it So currently we're tweaking the opacity here. Yeah, we can play around with the gradient as well. So the color 1D gradient here. So we did think about having this as separate scenes. Maybe it's good to just replace the 1D gradient. Like a separate scene for each tornado, each drill level was the idea in the beginning. Maybe we can just find this one, color 1D gradient. And adjust that shader parameter based on the level. Like, I have a feeling these things are gonna flood the script a little. But we do have all the references to the shader material and stuff here. guess we can just make... Is the setup in ready? Yeah. Let's try something I don't use much, which is the regions. So now we can collapse this thing. Tweak the gradient properly in code. It's probably easier with an export. That's what I think. I don't think I can tweak it inline. So this is how we apply it to the shader. This is how we export it here. So exports is probably the way to go. Hang on tight, buddy. This is like not a big function, so we could obviously put it here as well instead of just calling the function. But at least by calling the function, we can later add on specific things for specific drill levels. Well, we could do that here as well. How will it look if we do it like this? I guess it's fine, probably. We might also want to just use more general settings like this. Don't like the fact that these get removed when we rename them. So there might be a point to just make a gradient list here. go. Now, if you ever like want to rename one of these, like that, then we can just pull it back in like that. Don't lose it. Okay. What's next? Cooking this up, I suppose. On drill level change. That made this script very simple. So what we're probably gonna have happen here, if we add more effects, is that the drill level is gonna be king and decide what kind of settings each effect will have. This is where we tell the VFX node that the drill level changed. this. Runs on process. Okay. Let's just put some crazy settings here because I want to see the update working at level 1 as well. Depending on the timing, it might not, yeah. Okay, so you can see it didn't work. The update, the first one. And their level changed, new drill level. Okay, so it did work. And it was the question is about when the effect should start happening and whether that should be tweaked. Max opacity here. I don't need to be an export anymore. Because it's gonna be set in the beginning. Yep. Now when we level it up, see the color change, the opacity change. Let's just verify that the opacity changes by tweaking it here, setting it all the way to 1. And as you can see, it's now fully visible. Okay. Good stuff. Anything else we should tweak? I do wonder if I add this and save it. Is it then updated here? Yes, it is. Okay. is a good thing, I think. Because then I can keep the editing to the inspector there. Okay, what happened with the preview here? This went away, okay. I do wonder though, this preview looks quite different. Um, yeah. You can see the black maybe. Yeah, you can see the black. It's just blending in with a lot of the background here. Okay. Full white. Okay. Oh no, that doesn't work. Here's the subtraction texture. Hmm. Okay, so it leaves it black. That might be... Well, it could have been a clamp problem, but it's not really, is it? So what I'm seeing here is that the black is supposed to disappear, but it's not disappearing.
Texture. As you can see, the edges looks really dark and it's not disappearing at all. And this is because we are getting negative values with this very strong subtraction texture. So in order to fix that, we will need to create a clamp node. Right now, we only need to add a nice color and maybe some more control over the transparency.
Right now it goes into the alpha there.
And maybe I can, let me expand this so I can get
clamp.
And I can add some blue color
as well
over here.
After it does this part, black is back.
And maybe this will be a flow graph and gradient. For example, I can make it red, and I can add some blue color as well over here. And maybe this will be a transparent value. You can also enable this HDRI option if you want and really push the intensity of the colors a lot. I will play with these values and see if I can get a nice bluish wind tornado. Maybe
it has a transparent color on the left side of the spectrum for the this one. So what we can try is here. Transparent like that. Okay, that helps. Go to our full white here, edit this one to 0 transparency, save it. In the preview it still looks black because it's set to black here, but let's just move it to white. Now it's supposed to be white, I think. Don't know why the gradient still looks like that. Okay, so you can see the black is now gone. And this I believe was at max opacity. Here. And honestly, I kind of would like the tornado be fitting a bit better. Just go out a bit too wide, doesn't it? Or can we scale it in two? That is probably already better. But also the front could have been a lot smaller. Which like makes me consider just remaking that in Blender real quick. Now whether that real quick is actually real quick or not depends. If I understand what's going on in Blender. Not sure if that was better or not. All right, right. Yo, Felix. Welcome. How are you, man? You're good? Glad to hear it. I'm good as well. I'm trying to make special effects for my game. Right now I'm looking at this drill and the wind around it. Like I can make it have different colors and stuff. I have to figure out how I want it to look when I level it up and stuff like that. You wanna learn how to use Godot? Make a skyblock out of a copy of Minecraft? Copy of a copy? Yep, skyblock is a fun map. One of my favorites. And that kind of project is totally doable in Godot. But you see the blocks down here. They're very efficient, but they're also very complicated. Depending on like how big you want the skyblock to be able to grow, you might have to make some complicated blocks to make it efficient. But maybe not. Partly why I had to make them very efficient was because I made explosions that removed many at once. It's only events by money now. Too bad. I'm sure a lot of people would play a good skyblock map if you were able to make something like that. Just keep in mind that your first project is probably gonna suck. You have to make a couple of projects to like understand how everything works, and then you can make a good one. You should make a small project first, usually, depending if you want to make something commercial or not. If you just want to make it for fun, then it doesn't matter. Godot is a very good engine to get started with, though. In my opinion. Okay, no problem, man. Habla español. Oh. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish. I'll type to you so you can translate it yourself. Or you could actually... Let me see... this one. Here, you can translate this to Spanish. Norway. I'm from Norway. Yeah, Norway is nice to live in for sure. You have a flag from Norway, I see. Panama, I see. Welcome, Profix. How are you, man? Looks good, thank you. It's early in development, but still, I appreciate that. Godot is a lot like Python, very high level language, much like English. Not too many weird symbols.
They can add as part of the options usually have optimize overdrug, and I just got confused with the direction of the tornado. Move this graphics card, but in this case I want to be full opaque at the beginning, and then this rotate rate, and this can always go ahead and increase the scale a little bit.
The title, well, it's a reference to like, how can you say it? Omni means like the one and only, like the greatest core. Core means like the core of the planet. Thank you so much, Profix. I appreciate the wish list. And thank you for the good luck. I'm gonna need it. I can recognize some tricks you might be using here. Probably like a second wider tornado on the outside with a very low alpha, creating the secondary wind effect around it there. These look really good though. I should consider buying this pack and then just changing the tornadoes, because of course I don't want the bottom part, I don't want the tornado to be as how do you say, crooked. But the effects themselves are really cool. Good luck, Felix. Thank you for stopping by. Taxes in Norway. They're similar to other European countries, I think. Like 33%. Something like that. Depends how much you earn, of course. wonder how you would add a mission, because a mission needs both color and a value for the light. It might be that the light effect is connected to the emission. Socialists, don't ask me. But the people, I think, is generally used to a lot of taxes going to all kinds of public things. So in that regard, I suppose at least my generation has grown up to be used to being a socialist, if nothing else. Texture 2D parameter. That one goes into a texture 2D, okay. emission texture color multiplied by emission energy. You just multiply the two. Emission color and emission energy. What type of multiplying node is it? Because you can probably have different multiplication types. It is a vector 3 though. Try that one. Then this will... it converted automatically, okay. Maybe. So it works when you put it like that. Okay. So perhaps we have to add it with the color here. Before we add the opacity. This is pretty much guesswork though. Float OP, okay. See if you put this one together with this one. Into that one. Okay. Put emission energy here. Okay, this makes it it's difficult because higher value colors like white gonna mess it up. So we can have the emission of the green material on the inside of the drill scaled with the spin speed of the drill. So when we turn it on, we see it starts going green. Which is a fun little touch, I guess. And this material is also something that we can possibly change as the drill upgrades. Oh. It could be a good idea to turn this, have this in a separate script. The reason for that being, we might want to have like a lot of different settings based on the level of the drill and such, and it will quickly bloat this script. So let's add a child node here. It's the node 3D, we call it drill emission VFX. And we create a script. Like so. Drill emission. And here you can export var. Actually, we're gonna move the drill emission export to the VFX node here. Like that. And then we have to do the material creation here. Here we have the material. Okay. Then we had the inside material. Okay. And then we have set current drill level here. We can do something like drill emission. Should probably call it VFX. And like an upgrade, high level. Like that. I think the tornado effect comes a little early, and we tweak that on this one. And it's also a little big on level 1, so we do that. Stupid spiders. I look so silly. Okay. I'm not really using day by day anymore. See VFX. So we can pretty easy change the material of the drill when it levels up right now, I believe. So here we're getting the inside material. I believe if we make something like drill inside material level 2, standard material. Do something like this. We just apply whatever here. Albedo. Blue emission on with the blue color as well. Okay, save. Then we do upgrade drill. No, it didn't change. No. Update drill material. But surface override material, is that what we have? Or is it get active material set? It's get active material override. How do I swap the active material on surface 1. Should have started a new chat maybe, because now he thinks I'm talking about this shader probably. So swap surface material, you set surface override material. Okay. Drill. Set surface override material. Then it's first the surface and then the material. Okay. There we go. So we were able to swap the material, even though it is a little strange how it was applied. It does not really seems to be applied correctly. This is the same problem if I do it without drilling, probably, yes. Like it would definitely be possible to just export different variants of the drill from Blender and swap out the entire drill head every time we level up. But this should work, right? So what if we change the material here? That does create the same problem, which is very weird. So what we might be able to get away with then is getting the material and then swapping the color on it. We can do this, just change the albedo color. And then we don't want the standard material here, we want the color instead. Okay. We will also have to remember to change the emission energy color. Similarly. Yeah, that worked. As you saw, it turned green when I started drilling, and that is because we also need to do drill. We should rename this. We should actually have one for level 1 as well, and the reason for that is that when we restart the game, like this other group color might stay in play unless we do that. So let's go to our drill, get this color here, and then copy that. And on the emission here, just gonna do that temporary level 1, and we do something like this. Level 2. Okay. Like that. now we do drill groove material, emission. What is the emission color? Okay, so it's just the emission there. I like how this is going. Okay. Now, do we want to change the main drill material? I'm not sure. It's easy to do as well. I'm just not sure if we should. But we could. Now the emission, it starts immediately, and especially when we have a high max emission, that is, it's gonna glow quite much as soon as the drill starts. Maybe we want to have the drill wind up a little before the emission really begins. And then we could use a similar logic to our tornado script here. Here we have something called opacity start spin speed. get opacity ratio. Okay, so we can go to our I should have called it something else, maybe. If it's about the material as well. Update drill emission. There's maybe enough space, yeah? Okay. Okay, so this opacity start, spin speed float. And then we do this. That replace 0.5. Okay. So I can see it working, but I didn't quite like it like that. It was a bit late. Kind of feel like this change now is more sudden because it takes a while before it starts. So I'm not sure if I should use this or not. If anything, it feels like there's input lag. At least when the emission starts immediately, when the player clicks, the color changes, and it's like a feedback that when I click, something happen, you know? That's good. So I think I'm gonna keep 0 duration on that. I could probably add so that the drill can do damage to the enemies as well. Players are 100% gonna try to do that. I like my little bullet holes that we made. But I have to do something with the lag when you spawn a lot of smoke on top of each other. Well, I don't have to. Like, if a player wants to lag their game by shooting the ground, go ahead, I guess. There's only the players that actually stand there and look at the smoke is gonna lag, so whatever. The low priority one. Wonder if I'm gonna do a longer stream today or not. Because I got a late start. I'm gonna go and make dinner. 2 hours. And I kinda need a break. Need to go shopping before dinner as well. Well, I'm not gonna start getting ready for dinner until at least 2:30, I suppose. Yo, Palm. I'm good, I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you, man? You wanna see what we did today? We tried to make a glow effect on the material inside the drill here when we start up the drill, like so. We also made it so that the tornado effect around the drill here gets a new look when we level up the pickaxe. And you might have noticed also that the drill itself got a new color on the emission material inside the drill here. Went from green to blue. That's what we did. You just had lunch. Nice, man. Tonight I actually was up for a bit because I couldn't sleep. Well, I went to bed way too early and then I woke up basically. But tonight I was able to then finish my website, at least temporary, swabbygames.com, and I was also able to publish the Steam store page. I don't know how to make Streamlab links. I should probably do that, but is it like that? That's Swabby Games, like that? Does that work? Yeah, that works. And then let me see if I can find the Steam here. And then this one, I think I added it below the stream as like the description now, but I'm not sure. Switch. Wobby. Games live. Yeah, there's the Omnicore link. Yeah, you can go ahead and wishlist it. I appreciate if you do. Yeah. I need to start slowly trickling in wishlists now for half a year or something while I'm finishing up the game. Maybe even a year. And hopefully, like my first game ended at 200 wishlists, and it did not do very well. I need to do a better. I need to put in a bit more effort now to gather wishlists before I publish. So yeah. I'll update the screenshots from time to time. Like this one uses the old drill, as you can see, and there's not really... There's some new effects, but also some old. You liked it? Oh, thank you, man. I'm still considering buying this pack from this guy who taught me how to make a tornado, and basically use some of these effects as upgrades of the drill, because they are really cool. I wish he did tutorials on these things as well. They are so awesome. I would like to learn how he actually makes them. Okay, so that was a bit on the drill emission and material. Oh, he has more tutorials on his Patreon. Cool, cool, cool. Then I should probably consider whether it's best to take my time to learn to make the effects, or if I should just buy them from him. Because either way, I will pay him if I go to the Patreon, right? So just have to consider, like, what do I want? Do I want to spend the time learning that, or do I want to just buy it? I guess I'll make a I have a deadline. That's true. I don't have unlimited money basically. I can't stall forever. I have to decide what I use my time on. But I was thinking I would do a little shorts, a little update on how I made the tornado and reference Lelu here. Then I guess I can comment on his video and just ask him straight out if he has a tutorial for the better tornadoes on his Patreon or the extended tornado versions. When I post the video. I'm gonna put it on YouTube, yeah. I probably will start posting on other social medias as well, because I do have them, I just never use them. I have like, what is it? TikTok, Instagram, X. So I'm trying to like plan a little how I can generate decent shorts in a short amount of time. Like just like me talking and showing what I worked on this day, and then just post it on like 2 or 3 places.
And also, I want to create...
So post more frequently instead of spending a lot of time on making one short every week or so, every 5 weeks or whatever. Thank you, Palm. I appreciate the subscription on YouTube. I'll probably consider his loot tutorial shortly. If I create like special objects in the mine you can find. They are really cool.
Hello everyone and welcome, I am Lelu, and today let's see how to make these nice loot prop effects.
For me, the building the following seems harder than the building of the game. It's about interest as well, right? Like, for my game, the past 4 or 5 months, I probably put in something like an average of 31, 32 hours a week or something. And let's say that I did this for about 20 weeks or something. So 640 hours here. This is like the hours I used on the game, right? So if I spent 640 hours on shorts and YouTube, of course I could have gotten a larger following, right? What's hard is like doing the YouTube stuff on the side to grow the following while you're working on the game. That's where I need like to figure out how do I quickly create a decent short that I can post and do that quite frequently. So yeah, a little rant there, but yeah. Depends why you do it, yeah. But you have to. It's no matter if you do it for a YouTube career or if you do it for the hype of the game, the goal is the same, so it doesn't really matter. Like, depends how hard you go in, but in order to build a lot of hype for the game, you would basically have the same goal as you would have for a YouTube career, right? Which would be to generate a large following and getting a lot of views. So they are a bit intertwined. Okay, so I'm gonna skip the driller beetle animations for now because I don't know if those are though, but I should do the proper modeling in Blender. But if I do create an enemy using a drill, then I'll implement the drill VFX that I created now. Do you have music or sound effects? I do have sound effects. Those I spent quite some time on, like 1 or 2 weeks ago. And I just have some temporary music. Well, now the wave starts immediately, so this is the wave music. And then when there's no wave, let's see. This is the normal music. And most of the sound effects, I don't know if they're, I don't know if the sound effects are very audible on stream, but it's like the jetpack has an audio effect, but it's very subtle. Like a wind almost. And yeah, everything you interact with here has a sound effect. Dropping the pebbles in here has a sound effect. Buying stuff has sound effect. The weapons. A bit loud when you shoot it close. Yeah, it has sound effects. Well, it. I don't know if I got far on the game. The thing I'm doing now is that I'm making what is it, like a splice, like a polished demo with very few features, right? So I'm trying to get some VFX in, some sound effects in, and like the first 5 minutes of gameplay to be like a little polished. But there's still so much to add in terms of like scaling. Like I need a lot of different special rooms and stuff to find in the mine, and upgrades you can get by finding those rooms, and like a clear end goal, like digging out the core of the planet or whatever. It's kind of like a proof of concept what I'm making, and the reason why I'm making a polished demo is so that one, I could maybe get some play tests going and see like what people like and don't like, and maybe I can generate some wish lists on Steam if I get a good demo. And I can also do a Kickstarter, like maybe closer towards the end of the year or something, if I have some solid visuals and like yeah, just just a portion of the game that is actually looking good. That is why I'm polishing it. Like if I didn't care about you're a software tester. Yeah, yeah. I'm happy if you want to help test the game, man. Um, what if what if you had to either my Discord, you can do that. Uh, and then also you can click on you can write your email address here. And for people interested in the game, I'll probably just give everyone that joins this list the playtest pretty early on. It's very important you don't hold back. Give me the good and the bad. But yeah, it's up to you. Maybe you want to join the email list here on the webpage. Then I send out like playtest information when I need to test something. Don't know when I will do it though. And then I'll probably soon start using this Discord. Here might post like a link to a playtest or something on Steam here as well on updates. I haven't quite started using it yet though. But yeah. I don't know if I have like an existing invite or something. Probably I do. Oh. All right, if you join the list, that's cool. Then I'll make sure the first time I run a public playtest, I'll send it on the list, so you can have a go at it. Because last game I didn't get any playtesters actually, which was a bit of a downfall. Because you should actually have playtesters very, very early on. I should have had playtesters for a long time. Ah, you can't join? Okay. Let me see if I figure out this invite link on Discord. Uh, 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 um. Okay. Ah, you were able to join? Okay, awesome, man. Good stuff. I think I managed to make a link to my Discord properly, but let me know if you don't see the Omnicore channel. Like if you only see 9 Trials of Whiskers or something like that, then I will have to fix it. I didn't test this new link or setup, so hopefully it works. But and you don't have to join. I'm just saying, like, if you want to join the Discord as well, it's right there. It doesn't have a welcome channel yet, though. Yeah, it's not quite ready. So right now there's only publish channels on Omnicore. Announcements, I mean. The reactive animations, which are important, often is related to the weapon that you're holding, of course, in FPS. But yeah, I don't have a gun model yet, so we kinda did. Yeah, that one we did. Hmm. So jetpack movement. Hmm. The jetpack definitely is very boring right now. It's also like players will most likely play in first person. That's what the game is made for, anyways. But in there's mostly in multiplayer you will actually see other people's jetpack. But if you go in third person right now, the jetpack is very boring. It's a light basically that you can see the light on the ground increase when I push the jetpack button. Other than that, there's not really much going on. So we could do some jetpack effects. Okay, take care, bomb. It could use the tornado again, yeah? I'll think about it. I'll try to figure out something. Thank you for stopping by. Bye bye. Okay, so maybe since the jetpack is not really visible a lot of the time, maybe I should prioritize the gun changes. So for the machine gun, I would like to have a reload. Much high damage, reload. And the laser gun, again, much higher damage, of course, but that's more of a general change. Okay. With a laser gun, we would like an overheat. And with the overheat, we could use, and the reload as well, actually, we could have like show reload duration slash progress next to crosshair. And then for overheating, we could go overheating. Next to the crosshair. The laser gun also has like a ramping effect. So it grows stronger and stronger the longer you shoot. So should I simply have the overheating linked to the ramp and say after shooting at max ramp for a certain duration you overheat or something? Um, This creates a bit of a annoying way to play the game, where you would basically want the laser to stay very close to overheating, and then you would have to keep pressing it up and down. Uh, so maybe we could do this, but we have longer timer before the ramp starts going down. The overheating could also work like ammunition, though. Make it even simpler. But I think this is good. So how do we want overheat to act? This is the trigger. Okay. Shall we call it there? Now we have a clear direction for what we can work on tomorrow. I talked about this before, but one of the main reasons I add reload to the machine gun, because I don't really like ammo or reloads or anything like that. But welcome, Kurt. Last minute. Glad to see you here. Work is calling. Okay, see you, man. So, thanks for stopping by. So the one of the main reasons we add reload is actually that the sound and continuous firing gets very tiring. Even with the different sound tricks to make the sound not repetitive, it gets annoying to just fire continuously. And another reason is that you can actually make the gun a lot more powerful when you have reload. Like if you have continuous firing, if you want to kill the enemy in a certain amount of time, then your DPS would just be how long you want to kill the enemy in, divided by the total damage. Yeah, you get what I mean. Like since you're firing all the time, you can't have as high DPS on your weapon. If you have a relatively large reload window inside the time it takes to kill an enemy, then you can actually increase the damage per second on the weapon without affecting how long it takes to kill the enemy as a whole. And what this does is it makes it a lot it makes it feel a lot better to use the weapon because it feels more powerful, even though it isn't. Yo, Rebel. I was actually just about to head off, I think, for today because we finished some VFX on the drill here, and making it glow as we increase the spin speed and also get a little tornado effect on top. And we made it so when we level up the drill, it changes color and the tornado changes color. So I'm kind of done for the day and setting up tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to work a bit on the weapons again. If you want to see work on the machine gun and laser gun, you could throw a subscription and you'll get a message tomorrow when I go live. If you want to see these two weapons being worked on. Or future updates, of course. Yeah, really cool, man. I hope to see you. It's nice to have some company. while working, of course. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and catch you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you so much, Rebel. I appreciate that. Have a nice day, man. And goodbye.